Okay. A very warm welcome and good evening to all of you and all of our global family joining us live on Facebook. And I, for one, am absolutely thrilled and also deeply honored to be part of this special event. My name is Padma Jairam, and friends call me Paddy. I am joining you all from Coimbatore. I'm a professional storyteller, an author because I've written a few stories for children, and I do the illustrations for my uh, stories myself. Um, I'm also a voiceover artist and a theater artist. So I firmly believe that it is stories that's the common thread that actually brings humanity together. And in the various professions that I've worked in, I have used stories to make meaningful connections with my clients and audiences. So that's about me. Coming to Spectrum, the Awareness Project, we welcome you to the 15th edition of the poetry reading session. It's a beautiful initiative by Spectrum, and Spectrum, as we all know, is a parent support group committed to create awareness about the role of community and inclusion. As far as I know, Spectrum has always been a beacon of inclusion, understanding, and acceptance. And tonight, we are dedicating this evening to the very source of unconditional love and ultimate strength for us, that is our mother. This is a Mother's Day special. Before we actually dive into the poetry reading session, let's pause for a moment and think, what does poetry actually do to us? I feel poetry is not just about language or rhyming words. To me, it is the language of the soul. See, when life becomes overwhelming and uh, we are weighted down by our problems, that's when I think poetry steps in to give a voice to our silent tears, to our hidden fears, our joys. And it is poetry that actually connects us across screens, across continents, and reminds us that wherever we are never alone in our journeys. I'm sure you all will agree with me. And who in this world understands our silent emotions better than our own mother? I think motherhood is a journey of fierce courage, limitless patience and silent sacrifices. And I am reminded of a Sanskrit verse that goes like this: Nasti matra sama chaya, nasti matra sama gatihi, nasti matra samam tranam, nasti matra sama kripa. It actually means there's no shade like that one that a mother can give, no refuge like one that a mother can give, no protector like a mother, and there is no grace in this world like a mother's grace. So, tonight, through this magical medium of poetry and verse, our brilliant poets will be celebrating the many, many different facets of motherhood. So, to all of our viewers on Zoom and Facebook Live, please lean back, open out your hearts, and let these words wash over you. Thank you for being part of Spectrum's incredible journey. And without further ado, let me begin by introducing to you this handsome young man. I take great pleasure in introducing to you our co-host, Rudra Puranik. Hi, Rudra. So nice to have you here with us. So, Rudra, can you please tell the audience a little about yourself?
Thank you, Padma auntie.
Mhm.
Hello, friends. My name is Rudra. I'm 14 years old. I live in Pune. I like sports like swimming, skating, and basketball. I like to do robotics. Lego modeling and find it very interesting. I make different types of models.
Lovely. So, do you have any other special hobbies and interests as well?
I like reading a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas and Friends, Trains, and his stories.
Mm-hmm.
Songs are my favorite. I like to read and tell stories of Thomas. Disney. I also like music a lot. I'm
Wonderful.
learning classical music. I have
Wonderful. Yeah.
Hmm. I have also tried my hand at fashion modeling and I
Ah,
liked it a lot.
lovely, lovely. Good to know that. And who's your best buddy, Rudra?
My pet dog Max is my best friend. He's a golden retriever. I just love him.
Oh, so
I,
nice to know that. And a little more about Rudra. He is, in addition to all what he said, he is a special Olympic swimmer. He has won the gold medal and silver medals in the state level swimming competitions. He is a wonder chef who showcased his flair for cooking in many arenas. And and there's yet another host that I'd like you to meet. That is no one else but Prachi, Rudra's mother. She will stand in for a couple of poets today, and she'll also be asking us some very interesting tidbit quiz questions just to check our awareness. So, Prachi, let me tell you a few words about Prachi. She is actually a computer science engineer and she's worked as an IT professional for a few years. And then she is the founder of Swaksham Learning Center. So, Prachi, as we all know, is an autism advocate, someone with a never say die attitude, extremely positive, and an immensely courageous woman. She is associated with several NGOs and she shares her knowledge, insights, and expertise with parents and children with special needs. So, now, yeah, thank you so much for coming, Prachi and Rudra. Now,
Thank you,
let's go
Padma
over
ma'am.
to Rudra, call Rudra to introduce the first poetess of the evening. Rudra, can you call Vanishri Venugopal? Unmute.
Yes. Yeah. Vanishri
Vanashri
Venugopal. That is
Venugopar.
Vani Venu Auntie.
Venu Auntie is a singer, storyteller, and writes poems and stories on various platforms. She is an
Autism
autism
Aware
awareness
Ambassador.
ambassador and part of the core team of Spectro, the Awareness Project.
Yes, Vani, welcome.
Hi Padma, hi Rudra, and very nice audience here, and all my co-writers and co-poets here. Good evening to all of you, and thank you for the generous intro, Rudra. Actually, my net is having an issue. If I come on video, it starts freezing. That's why I'm on audio. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Then I'll go ahead with my audio only, okay? I'm going to read this poem about my mom in Tamil. The title is என் அம்மா பெயர் தங்கம் என் அம்மா பெயர் மட்டுமல்ல தங்கம் குழந்தையாய் அரவணைப்பின் மனம் உன் கைகளில் உணர்ந்தேன் பள்ளி செல்லும்போது உன் கைப்பற்றி நடக்கையில் உன் கரங்களில் உறுதி அறிந்தேன் உன் சேலை என் தூளி பல சமயம் என்னை காக்கும் வேலி உன் புன்னகையில் என்றும் நான் கண்டதில்லை போலி அதிகம் படிக்காதவள் ஆனால் எனக்கு நீ ஒரு பல்கலைக்கழகம் அதிகம் படிக்காதவள் ஆனால் எனக்கு நீ ஒரு பல கலைக்கழகம் என் அன்னை நீ கோலமிடுவதும் ஏன் தோசை சுடுவதும் கூட நான் ரசிக்கும் அழகாம் வீட்டின் அத்தனை அறைகளையும் நோட்டமிடும் ஒளிப்படக் கருவி ஸ்லோகங்கள் உரைத்துக் கொண்டே பணி செய்யும் நீ ஒரு அதிசய சுறுசுறுப்பு குருவி. இல்லை என்று நீ சொன்னதில்லை. உணவோ பணமோ நீ தருவதில் பஞ்சம் நான் கண்டதில்லை. இல்லை என்று நீ சொன்னதில்லை. உணவோ பணமோ நீ தருவதில் பஞ்சம் நான் கண்டதில்லை. இருப்பது போதும் கொடுத்து வாழ் நீ கற்றுத்தந்த பாடம். நம் மனை செழித்தது உன்னால், மறக்க முடியாது அந்த அழகிய துளசி மாடம். உன் நெற்றி பொட்டு கண்டதும் தந்தது எனக்கு புத்துணர்ச்சி. உன் நெற்றி பொட்டு கண்டதும் தந்தது எனக்கு புத்துணர்ச்சி. அன்னையே, உன் பளிச் முகம் கண்டால் மட்டும் போதுமே என்னை விட்டோடும் தளர்ச்சி. அன்னையே, உன் பளிச் முகம் கண்டால் மட்டும் போதுமே என்னை விட்டு ஓடும் தளர்ச்சி.
ஆஹா,
Thank you so much.
அருமை
for the-
அருமை. So
Thank you.
beautiful, so beautiful, Vani. See,
Thank
the
you, Padma.
first thing I was amazed is the idea that you weaved the name of your mother, Tangam. And for the sake of the audience, let me say that Tangam actually means gold in Tamil. So she is titled the poetry as Tangam, which is the name or also the name of her mother. The title itself is brilliant. And then there is a mention about her mother's sari doubling up as a cradle. See, what this beautiful poet is trying to bring out is how comforting and how protected we all feel in the presence of the child feels in the presence of the mother. Aravanaipu means there's no other equal word in English for that, I feel. So that is a comforting hold of the mother. And then the line where she calls her mother an energetic little sparrow who swiftly finishes all the household chores while continuously chanting prayers. See the beauty in this metaphor. See, it is perfectly reflecting how dedicated, see the boundless energy that she's trying to portray about her mother, and also the spiritual warmth that she's bringing to the family. So I also noticed the beautiful inclusion of very traditional words like kolam, which means rangoli, and tulasi madam, which actually means the tulsi shrine. See, these are the things that infuse the fragrance of our Indian culture, our household, our traditions, and it makes it so incredibly relatable and nostalgic. It takes me back to the village or our traditional homes where I can find the mother like this. So thank you so much, Vani, for this beautiful presentation. So next, can we take a look at any comments so far? Vaniji, Rohini says, your voice and your diction and emotions are beyond the language, and she could feel your love in the poem. Beautiful. So, next, I will be introducing Ruchi. Give me a minute. Okay. Ruchi Asijaji is from Manpuri, Uttar Pradesh. She has been teaching Hindi and Sanskrit for almost 22 years in various prestigious educational institutions in Manpuri. She loves to read and write poetry and also stories. And she has never stopped learning, and she draws great inspiration from great authors like Mahadevi Verma, Shubhatra Kumari Chauhan, Amrita Preeta, Munshi Premchandji, etc. So now over to Ruchi ji for her presentation. Looking forward. Go ahead, Ruchi ji.
नमस्कार सभी को। अपनी हर ख्वाहिश को दिल में दफन कर देती है, ना देख पाती है दर्द बच्चों का, शायद हर माँ ऐसी ही होती है। दुआओं में असर उसकी इतना कि बदल सकती है लिखा रब का। लाख हो दर्द सीने में पर लबों पे मुस्कुराहट ही होती है। हर माँ ऐसी ही होती है। प्रस्तुत करती हूँ मैं अपनी रचना। जिसका शीर्षक है माँ अब लोरी नहीं सुनाती। माँ अब लोरी नहीं सुनाती, सुख दुख अपने नहीं बताती, कहाँ गई तुम बिना बताए, याद तुम्हारी बहुत सताती। माँ अब लोरी नहीं सुनाती। नील गगन की छाओं में ले जाकर चांद के गांव में रखती थी जब नेह हाथ का, मानो निंदिया के प्रमेय का अंदाजा तुमको रहता था। गाती थी जब मीठी लोरी, निंदिया रानी सुन ले मोरी, जहाँ कहीं छिपी रहती थी, हौले हौले आ जाती थी, आंखों में आ बस जाती थी। वैसे ही अब क्यों नहीं गाती, माँ अब लोरी नहीं सुनाती। चाहूं फिर स्पर्श तुम्हारा, आके बनो फिर मेरा सहारा, कांधा चाहिए मुझे तुम्हारा, बहुत थका हूँ बहुत बेचारा। जीवन की इस दौड़ धूप में छाया का कोई गीत सुना दो, माँ फिर से वो लोरी गा दो। बहुत अकेला खुद को पाती, जब माँ तेरी याद सताती, क्यों नहीं लौट तू वापस आती, माँ अब लोरी नहीं सुनाती, सुख दुख अपने नहीं बताती। धन्यवाद।
Thank you so much. That was so wonderful. So wonderful. Ruchi ji, this poetry actually it captures beautifully the universal truth that no matter how old we grow, when we are feeling absolutely desperate, lonely, or exhausted, we all want that healing touch of our mother. And the metaphor that you have used, Nindiyaka Prame, aha, what a beautiful usage you have done. It actually means the formula for sleep. It perfectly describes how only a mother intuitively knows how to heal her child's weariness. And you know the repetitive line, Ma ab lori nahi sunati. Oh, that leaves us feeling so sad in our hearts. I mean, it touches our hearts when we repeatedly listen to that line over and over again. Overall, your poetry has touched all the souls. It has brought out what we have got from our mother and what we miss most, and the indelible memories that a mother has left with us. Thank you so much for this beautiful verses, Rajiji.
Thank you. Welcome, ma'am.
So let's see if, yes, mom is irreplaceable, says a message here. And how much ever we grow, we are children to our parents. So touching, so poignant. That's what Rohini says. Okay. Oh no, I'm getting a call. I have to cut the call. Okay, I'm so sorry. Yes. So now let's move on to the next person. Rudra, will you please introduce Rohini Jayanti?
Rohini Jayanti, ma'am, is a storyteller. She uses stories and creates activities to help children and adults connect with their feelings. Through Katha Karva and Katha Shala, she creates joyful spaces for self-expression, emotion, and growth and mindfulness.
Good evening, everyone. It's such a lovely space. I would like to thank Spectrum the Awareness Project and Shivali for creating such a wonderful space. And Padma ma'am and Rudra, you are really amazing. Such a beautiful intro about myself, Rudra. I really love you. The way you're so amazing. You're doing so many things. So proud of you, and keep rocking as you are. Okay, and Vanishri ma'am, your poem was so amazing, though I did not understand the language, it just carried away. And Ruchi ma'am, your poem made me so emotional, I couldn't stop myself. I had to control myself because it's my turn now. So touching. So here was my poem. The title of the poem is When You Were Born, So Was She. Her flesh burns to a crisp as she brings you into this world. She carries and sustains you, sharing her sustenance through the umbilical cord. She feeds, bathes, comforts, and watches you through sleepless nights. She builds a home with patient devotion, braving storms and shadows to keep you safe. The hands that held you gently from your first breath now twist with age and years of work. Yet you forget. You once needed years of care to survive too. Remember, mother's love encompasses the universe because the day you were born, your mother was born too. Thank you so much.
Beautiful, beautiful. What a breathtakingly honest and profound piece of poetry, Rohiniji. Thank you for, stripping away the cliches and showing us the raw and visceral truth that what it takes to bring a life into this world. See, that opening image that you presented, no, about the sacrifice, and it later contrasted drastically with the image of the same mother who has nurtured you with her hands twisted with age. I mean, you can see it in your eyes, the way the poetry came out. And the years of labor is something that stays with you. Yes, all the mothers, it is a life of endless labor is what I'll say. It's very powerful, and it's actually a much needed reminder to all of us that, that we required so much of meticulous care just to survive in this world. So it's a debt of love that we can never ever repay our mothers. And that line, the day you were born, your mother is born too. Wow, what a line, what a beautiful truth it is. See, a woman will always exist, even a woman has existed, but
Yes.
the mother is a completely new entity.
Correct.
So the mother comes into existence the same second when the child is taking the first breath. So actually they're both born together.
Right.
It is amazing. Rohiniji, this is deeply moving and a very unforgettable perspective that you brought tonight. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much for your wonderful comments. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, mom is born when the child is born. That's what Vani says. Yes, moms are irreplaceable. I'm sure we have a lot of comments also in Facebook, which I'm unable to see, but Prachi will soon be checking on those and letting us know. Prachi, can you do the Facebook comments, please?
Thank you, Padma ma'am. Yes, many people have appreciated, and I thank Vinod Manchanda sir for really appreciating, saying that true words respected. So really, I think everyone will agree and feel what do you say coincide with the feeling of motherhood and what a mother's place is in the heart of every person. So I think saluting to the role of motherhood, we have decided to have little questions for our audience. So to actually celebrate the great mothers of Indian history. So the first question for the audience is, who was the mother of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and played a crucial role in shaping his character? You can answer in the Facebook live comments. So those of you who are there live, please answer. Very, very, very inspiring person, and salute to her. Yeah, and we will keep on reading the comments, and we will also answer the question, and we'll continue the quiz after the next set of poems.
Great. So I think next introduction to Reva. Is Reva available here? Yes, wonderful. So I will be introducing, yeah, it's my turn to introduce Reva. I'll do just that.
And
Yeah. So Reva Sudeep, she's the founder of The Nudge. She is an inclusion advocate and a community change maker. So she is a passionate advocate for inclusion and societal impact. She's dedicated to creating meaningful changes through awareness, collaboration, and community support. And as the founder of The Nudge and president of Approach Autism Society, she continues to inspire individuals and organizations to embrace inclusivity and compassion, purpose, and action. Welcome, Revaji, and please read your poem.
Thank you so much for the lovely introduction. And I got a little late, but I'm just enjoying the whole ambience, and the poems are just flowing. The emotion is quite clearly there, very evident. Because after all, the topic is a mother, and we are mothers now, but we can never forget the contribution of our mothers into our lives, and that's how we're here. And
Absolutely.
what we are today is all because of them. So I wrote a few lines, a bit of this thing, but I'll just recite them. It's titled Ma, and I'll just read it. 1 second. माँ की याद साथ लाती है वो बचपन की बातें, वो उन दिनों की खुशबू जो बस बिखरी रहती थी हम सबके चांस। वो सुबह सुबह आती पराठों की खुशबू, वो बर्तनों की खटखट, वो दूध का उबाल, वो डबल रोटी पर मक्खन लगाती छुरी की धार। टिफिन की सारी तैयारी के बाद माँ के अपनी तरफ आते उन कदमों की आवाज, फिर धीरे से चादर खींचकर हमसे उठ जाने की गुहार। बस 5 मिनट और कहकर उस मस्ती भरी नींद का खुमार। स्कूल से लौटे या कॉलेज से, चाहे थके हारे ऑफिस से, उनका हर बार उतना ही प्यार भरा इंतजार। वो फिक्र, वो अनकहा प्यार जो बिना जताए जिंदगी का सार सिर उठाकर जीना है कितनी आसानी से दिखा दिया, खुद ऐसे जिया उन्होंने कि हमारा रास्ता आसान बना दिया। उनकी कितनी बातें हैं जो गांठ बांध कर रख ली है, वो उनकी दी हुई धरोहर दिल में बसा कर रख ली है। कोशिश है कि उनकी तरह जी पाऊं, जिस तरह उन्होंने अपनी छाप छोड़ी है, जिस तरह उन्होंने अपनी छाप छोड़ी है अपने बच्चों के मन में जाने के बाद मैं भी उसी तरह मुस्कान। That was my few lines on my mother. Thank you so much for hearing me out.
Beautiful, beautiful. What an expression. So it's actually very cinematic and heartwarming also, you know. It just didn't touch our hearts alone. It actually took us back to our childhood kitchens. See the words
Yeah.
that you've used, बर्तन की खटखट, दूध का उबाल और वो चादर खींचकर माँ का जगाना, ये सिर्फ यादें ही नहीं हैं, ये हम सब की जिंदगी का सबसे खूबसूरत हिस्सा है ना? And it so beautifully captures how our mothers taught us life's greatest lessons, not only through words, but through the silent action and how dignified she was. Through her dignified life, they have taught us all this. So, the desire to pass on this beautiful inheritance to the next generation is the ultimate tribute that you can give to your mother. So, thank you for filling this room with such beautiful aromas and memories. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and beautifully you're conducting the thing so beautifully. Thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you so much. So let's see if we have any messages. Yes, like Rohini says, your choice of words are amazing, Revaji. I loved the way you've used words. That is what poetry is all about, actually, to, you know, weave the words in such a way that it touches and stays with us. So I haven't received any other comments so far. So I think now it's Rudra's turn to introduce the next speaker, poet, who is Purnima ma'am.
Purnima ma'am.
Hmm.
is a our dear Purnima ma'am, Amma, as we dearly call her. She is young at heart, a teacher, a blogger, and an authority at 75, a storyteller, a singer, and likes to meet people of all ages and learn new things. Welcome, Purnima.
Thank you, Rudra, for the sweet talk you said. Okay, now today's topic actually touches everybody. Nobody can forget her. So today I selected to talk in Tamil because that gives you a feeling and expressing properly. Maybe you may not understand that language, but the content you can understand. அம்மா என்றால் அன்பு, அரவணைப்பு, பாசமுள்ள ஒரு அருமையான வார்த்தை. அம்மாவை பற்றி எழுத கோடி வார்த்தைகள் போதாது, ஒரு நாவலே எழுதலாம். அம்மா என்றால் அன்பு, சொல்லாமல் புரிந்து கொள்பவள். நாம் சமாளிக்க முடியாமல் இருப்பதை நாம் சந்தோஷமாக இல்லை என்றால் ஓடி வந்து அரவணைப்பாள். கடவுள் அம்மாவை ஒரு ஸ்பெஷலாக படைத்திருக்கிறார். சின்ன வயதில் நாள்தோறும் சோறு ஊட்டி நம்மளை வளர்த்திருக்கிறார். தன் கஷ்டங்களை காட்டாமல் அம்மா தன் வாழ்க்கையில் தியாகம் பண்ணிருக்கிறார். அந்த அம்மாவுக்கு கோடி கோடி நமஸ்காரம். எப்போதும் அம்மா கண்களில் தண்ணீர் வராமல் நாம் பார்த்து கொள்ள வேண்டும். அவள் மனதில் என்ன இருக்கிறது என்று புரிந்து கொண்டு அம்மாவுக்கு நல்லது செய்யணும். அவள் முகத்தில் சிரிப்பு கொண்டு வரணும். வயதான காலத்தில் அம்மாவை நன்றாக பார்த்து கொள்ள வேண்டும். அம்மாவை தினமும் ஓர்மை செய்து நமஸ்காரம். Nobody can forget her. Every day we miss her.
Lovely.
Isn't it? That's the greatness of mother. Thank
That's
you.
true.
Thank you.
Purnima ji, it's such a beautiful tribute that you can pay to a mother. I mean, it actually captures the deep essence of mother's love. You wrote it in very simple words, that actually goes directly inside. It expresses that a mother is a word of boundless love and care, who sacrifices and her sacrifice and her devotion can never be fully described. And your poem also says about how she understands us completely and she shields us from all hardships, and how she nurtures us with unconditional love. So the core message is the deep gratitude towards mothers, and it's also a reminder that it's our duty to cherish and respect and care for them always, ensuring that you keep your mother happy all the time. Her well-being is in our hands. That's how you've written it, and it's beautiful. Thank you so much for this. So
Thank you so much.
yes, so wonderful hosting for Rudra. That's Anandita has told Rudra. Yes, absolutely, Rudra, you're rocking. Your hosting is beautiful. I've not yet seen any messages here, so we will wait for the Facebook messages to be read a little later, and we'll now move on to the next poet today, who is Padma Ramani. Okay, so because Padma Ramani isn't here, I will go ahead and read an introduction about her, and also read her poem, and also give the summary, because she isn't here. Okay, so yeah. So can the host please spotlight me? Thank you. So now, Padma Ramani is a social impact leader. She's a mentor, board member, and advocate for human well-being. She is a compassionate leader and a mentor widely respected for her nurturing guidance and dedication to social impact. She serves on the board of several NGOs and she has devoted herself to community upliftment, human well-being, and a meaningful social change. Now, the poem that Padma Ramani ma'am has selected is, we don't know who the author is. It is by an anonymous person, and whoever it was, we wish to offer our gratitude and thanks to them. Now, I shall read the poem. It's titled The Mother's Journey with Autism. In the tapestry of life so grand, there's a mom with a gentle hand who nurtures with love every day in her own unique, unwavering way. With eyes that see beyond the norm, she weathers every single storm. Her heart, a compass ever true, guiding her children in all that they do. She finds the joy in simple things, the smile a shared moment brings. In laughter, tears, and silent nights, she holds the candle, keeps the light. Her journey filled with lights, with highs and lows, a path where only courage grows. She whispers strength in every hug, wraps her child in endless love, wraps her child in endless love. So this beautiful, beautiful piece written by someone anonymous, thanks to them, it actually brings us face to face with a beautiful yet fiercely challenging reality of motherhood. Raising a child with autism requires a level of patience, strength, love that is almost superhuman. So the poetry beautifully says, with eyes that see beyond the norm. See the words, see the play of words. And that is exactly what mothers do, don't they? They see the beauty in things that the world often ignores. They celebrate the tiniest of milestones as grand victories. In the silent and overwhelming nights, she remains the candle bearer of hope. Thanks to the poet for shedding light on this journey of silent courage. And I salute to every mother out there fighting these unseen battles. Thank you so much. So now, if there is any comments here, not yet. Let's move on to Prachi, who will read the comments from Facebook. Prachi, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Padma. So, many people have joined on Facebook. Palak Trivedi had said, excellent Rudra for uh, his hosting. Then Sushma Tripathi ma'am has also appreciated uh, Purnima Shivaraman ma'am, because she's one of our sources of energy and I think the youngest at heart. So Purnima, very well done. You are so soulful. That's what Sushma also says, and I also coincide with her. So we'll continue reading these comments. It's time for us to answer the question for what we had asked in the first quiz. That is, who is the mother of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj? And it is a well-known other than Jijabai. Jijabai has a very important role in shaping his character and the person that he was. And I think everybody knows that she is one of the most inspiring mothers of Indian history. So I think every mother should be following and should be thinking on her footsteps. So we come to the next question. Again, another inspiring mother, who was the Queen of Jhansi, who fought against the British during the revolt of 1857 with the son on her back on the horse. So another inspiring mother of Indian history. So if you can tell us her name in the chat on Facebook, we are looking forward to it. Thank you.
Can Rudra now also read the introduction for Meenakshi Jain ma'am?
Yes. Rudra, start reading. Meenakshi Jain.
Meenakshi Jain, born in Delhi, Dr. Meenakshi Jain completed her
Education.
in
Clinical
psychology
Jesus.
from Jesus and Mary College by
Collaborating
collaborating with several social organizations. She has worked in far-flung villages, towns, and cities through meme,
that is silent.
silent acting.
Okay. So I will be reading Meenakshi ma'am's poem, which is a very beautiful rendition of remembering her mother. तू कहाँ, अब तेरा ठिकाना कहाँ, नहीं जानती माँ, बस एक दिन नहीं, हर दिन याद आती है, मेरे मनोबल को वैसे ही बढ़ाती है। बचपन में जो कुछ तुझे करते देखा, आज वही सब जब मैं करती हूँ, तब किसी बात पर दुखी हूँ, तब तेरा गंदी बात कहना, या जब कुछ लिखूं तो तेरा खुश हो जाना, तेरी गोदी में मुंह छुपाना, तेरा प्यार से मुझे सहलाना, बहुत याद आता है हर दिन। चाहती हूँ हर जन्म तू मेरी माँ हो, तेरी गोद में मेरा बचपना एक बार फिर अपनी छाती से लगा, बहुत कुछ कहना बाकी है माँ। वेरी टचिंग पोएम एक्चुअली, बहुत मतलब भावना से ओतप्रोत जिसको कहते हैं, बहुत ही एकदम प्यारी और बहुत मन से एकदम निकली
मन
हुई
को छू लेने
कविता कह
वाली।
सकती
हाँ
हूँ,
हाँ,
बहुत मन को छू जाने वाली।
आपकी प्रस्तुति भी बहुत अद्भुत थी। एंड चाहती हूँ हर जन्म तू मेरी माँ हो। सी, ये पंक्ति तो सिर्फ एक इच्छा नहीं है, बल्कि उस निश्चल प्रेम की प्रार्थना है जो समय और जन्मों के बंधन से परे है। Meenakshi has very beautifully articulated that our mothers actually, they truly never leave us. They simply start living through us. Don't you agree? So this poem brings out how a mother becomes our inner voice. And when she writes, her mother smiles, she remembers. And when she falters, she remembers her mother's corrective voice, Gandhi baat. So that guides her. So beautifully she is shown that grief is not just about tears. It's about keeping our loved ones alive in our daily habits and in our values. And बहुत कुछ कहना बाकी है माँ. Oh my God. That single closing line, it has echoed all of our unspoken emotions that everybody here today would have felt. So beautiful, so beautiful. It's giving me goosebumps actually. Thank you for this soulful sharing, Prachi, for reading it out so beautifully and also for writing such a beautiful poem, Meenakshi ji. Thank you so much. So, yeah. So Reva says it's a beautiful expression by Meenakshi ji. We'll have to wait for more comments from Facebook. In the meanwhile, after Meenakshi ji, I shall introduce the next poet. I shall give the introduction, read the poem, and also give the summary. This is Navneet Kulkarni. Can the host please? Yeah, thank you. So Navneet Kulkarni is a young author, a poet, and an autism advocate. He has inspired many lives through his creativity, resilience, and impactful voice. Author of Autism, God's Beautiful Creation, his writings and advocacy promote awareness, inclusion, hope within the autism community. And to tell about his honors and recognition, he's won the International Excellence Award 2025 from the Wings International Publication. He's a Golden Book awardee of 2024, Sabha Changemaker awardee 2025 from the Tata Steel Foundation. So these are his achievements, and now I'm going to read his poem, which is titled Mother is the Hymn of Life. Mother is the hymn of life. Mother is the first word of child. Mother is the energy of prayers. Mother is the mold of statue. Mother is the river of kindness. Mother is the love in pain. Mother is auspicious emotions. Mother is Om. Mother is tissue of life. Mother is pot full of wisdom. Mother is power of universe. Mother is air, water, fire. Mother is the pillar of strength, and mother is the hope of success. What a beautiful poetry. Navneet, it didn't just feel like a poetry, but it felt more like a sacred chant, that's echoing through space. So the poet is beautifully elevated mother from a personal emotion to a life's universal force. So I was actually moved by the line, Mother is the mold of statue. It reminds us that whatever strengths or values we display to the world today, we were quietly shaped and molded by our mother. And to define her as love in pain, it captures the very definition of sacrifice. And in the end, comparing mother to Om and the primal elements of air, water, fire, it tells us that a mother is the very atmosphere that we breathe. And thank you. What else can I say? Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for this beautiful, meditative, and profound tribute, Navneet. Thank you. So let us see if there are any messages. Navneet's writings are so thought-provoking and excellent, says Champa Saha. Beautiful rendition. Okay. So after Navneet, Rudra, can you please introduce Kamna Maheshwari?
Kamna is not here. Maybe we can
Kamna
move to the next
Maheshwari.
person.
Okay, so we will skip this for later, perhaps?
Yes, please.
Okay, so we go to the 10th. Champa Saha is here, but before that, do we go with the quiz, or how does it work, Prachi? How do you feel?
I think we'll go with Champa Saha ma'am, and then
Yeah.
we revisit the quiz. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will do the
Just
introductions for Champa
read.
Saha. Yeah. Okay.
Kamna. Kamna's
No, yes. Champa
Champa Saha.
Saha.
Saha is a teacher for around 40 years. She runs a homeschooling program for learners with difficulties. She's a great storyteller. Children, stories, and dogs are the everlasting love of her life.
Ah, lovely.
Same as Rudra.
Thank you, Rudra. We have so much in common. That was
Yes.
beautifully done. Thank you so much. And I am just absolutely thrilled to be part of this today. So when I got this message, I do write for just self-expression. There's so much about my mother, and whatever I write is about my mother and my motherhood also. And then it struck me that there is a poem written by Kavi Guru Rabindranath Tagore, that has an indelible link because my mother taught me that poem when I was just 10 years old. And Tagore lost his mother when he was barely 3 years old.
So I thought the lines I have penned may wait for another day. Today, I would like to read out this poem in Bangla first and then in English, both written by Tagore. For all those dear, dear people in this world who don't really remember their mothers, but their mother was there, and the feeling of that is always there, is what this poem taught me. So here goes the poem by Rabindranath Tagore. It's called Mone Pore in Bengali. মাকে আমার পড়ে না মনে, শুধু কখনো খেলতে গিয়ে হঠাৎ অকারণে একটা কি সুর গুনগুনিয়ে কানে আমার বাজে, মায়ের কথা মেলায় যেন আমার খেলার মাঝে। মা বুঝি গান গাইতো আমার দোলনা ঠেলে ঠেলে, মা গিয়েছে যেতে যেতে গানটি গেছে ফেলে। মাকে আমার পড়ে না মনে, শুধু যখন আশ্বিনেতে ভোরে শিউলি বনে শিশির ভেজা হাওয়া বেয়ে ফুলের গন্ধ আসে, তখন কেন মায়ের কথা আমার মনে ভাসে। কবে বুঝি আনতো মা সে ফুলের সাজি বয়ে, পূজার গন্ধ আসে যে তাই মায়ের গন্ধ হয়ে। মাকে আমার পড়ে না মনে, শুধু যখন বসি গিয়ে শোবার ঘরের কোণে, জানলা থেকে তাকাই দূরে নীল আকাশের দিকে, মনে হয় মা আমার পানে চাইছে অনিমিখে। কোলের পরে ধরে কবে দেখতো আমায় চেয়ে, সেই চাউনি রেখে গেছে সারা আকাশ ছেয়ে। Now I will read the English translation, which is there. This poem is there in a collection of poetry called Shishu Bholanath by Tagore, and he translated it himself. The title he put in the English, interestingly, is I Cannot Remember My Mother, whereas the title in Bengali says Mone Pore, which means I remember. So there's both to this, right? I cannot remember my mother. I cannot remember my mother. Only sometimes, in the midst of my play, a tune seems to hover over my playthings, the tune of some song that she used to hum while rocking my cradle. I cannot remember my mother. But when in the early autumn morning, the smell of the shiuli flowers floats in the air, the scent of the morning service in the temple comes to me as the scent of my mother. I cannot remember my mother. Only when from my bedroom window I send my eyes into the blue of the distant sky, I feel that the stillness of my mother's gaze on my face has spread all over the sky. Namaskar.
What a poetry, what a poetry. Champa Shahaji, thank you so much for choosing to present this absolute classic. Rabindranath Tagore's I Don't Remember My Mother is not just a poem. I think it's a spiritual realization of maternal love. Tagoreji has beautifully captured how a child who loses his mother at a tender age doesn't hold a photograph of her to see her face in his mind, but instead how he carries her soul in his entire environment. Her lullaby hovers over his toys, her fragrance blends with the shiuli flowers, the temple prayers, and her protective gaze becomes as vast as the autumn sky. So it's actually a stunning reminder that a mother's love actually never vanishes. It simply spreads all around us. It's a spellbinding piece that elevates the emotional core of this entire session tonight. Thank you so much for this, bringing this to us. Thank you. So let's see the messages. Yes. Anita Das ji says, remembering the childhood days when my mother also used to recite this heart-touching poem of Rabindranath Tagore, tears rolled down my eyes. Thanks for choosing such an excellent poem of Vishwakavi Rabindranath Tagore. Yes, true. Good selection. So now, just let me know, Prachi, when Kamna ji has arrived. I'm not sure, I'm not able to see her here. So should we go on with the quiz questions from you, Prachi, now?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So last time we had asked that who is the Queen of Jhansi who fought against the British during the revolt of 1857 with with her son on her back. So has anyone replied in? Yes. Hmm. On Facebook, actually, nobody. Yes, Sushma and Palak has replied saying it's the great Rani Lakshmibai. So Rani Lakshmibai is one of the, I think, the epitome of motherhood and courage at the same time, who fought against the British. And in time when I think everyone was actually going in front of British, she was the one who stood against British and said, "मैं अपनी झांसी नहीं दूंगी." So I think that is one of her most important quality, to stand for the country, to stand for her kingdom. So I think that is, I think, one of the best qualities that we always appreciate her. So thank you, Palak, and thank you, Sushma, for answering the question. As far the comments are concerned, there are great comments for Navneet and Neha, because I think Navneet is extremely talented and his work has been appreciated. And all of us, Spectrum Autism says, we are extremely proud of him and totally admire his work at such a early, I mean, I would say such a young age. He's hardly 2021, and his thoughts and the writing, the kind of awards and his accomplishments, his, I mean, no words. I think it's beyond anyone can think of at such an early age. So he's one of the greatest writer, one of the great poet that we are seeing. And mainly, I think he's one of the role models for the next generation of uh, autism advocates, because that is what he wants him to be, as a change maker. Because there's a lot of misconceptions about autism and understanding, and especially the people who are non-verbal. So Navneet is one of the writers who is non-verbal, and he's trying to change that, what do you say, the myth or the kind of tag associated with people who are non-verbal. So he's one of the great change makers, and I recently met him. So yeah, thank you guys. Let's
Okay, so next will Rudra introduce Ratrik De, or should I? Please unmute. Unmute, please.
Let me see how many are there.
Ma'am, can you read for are we going ahead with Kamna ma'am right now?
Has she reached?
No,
Has
she is
come?
not here. She is not here.
So let's go
Okay,
ahead
now,
with Ratrik De, and would you like me to do the
okay.
introduction?
Yeah, can you please do that?
I'll do that. No. So we have with us today Ratrik De, who is 25 years old young man. He's on the spectrum and he is a non-speaking poet. He lives in West Bengal, and he and a co-author of Talking Fingers Volume 1. From Silence to Symphony is his first published book. He loves music and nature. This poem, that was originally written by him in Bangla, is going to be read by his mother, Professor Bratati Chowdhury. She is an associate professor and founder of Chinsura Sense Society. Welcome, ma'am, and please go ahead and read the poem.
Thank you and good evening to all of you here. And I want to thank Dr. Shivali for inviting us. And I'm lending my voice to Aratri, and I'll read his poem from this book, From Silence to Symphony. It is written in Bengali. It is about the worship of mother, the salutation. He imagines, or Aratrik imagines, his mother as Ma Durga. So I'm reading the Bengali poem. The name of the poem is Matri Bandana. তুমি মা দুর্গা ভয়হারিণী জগত জননী কল্পনা নয় সত্যি মায়ের রূপে তুমি থাকো ঘরে তুমি দুর্গা মহাশক্তি মহামেধা মহাস্মৃতি হয় না তোমার বিসর্জন লোকের কাছে ভালো না হলেও তোমার কাছে আমি স্বাভাবিক ভালো কাকে বলে জানি না মাগো মায়ের কাছে সন্তান তো ভালো নয়তো কি করে তুমি পালন করেছো আমায় নমস্কার তোমার চরণে মাগো বলো দুর্গা মায়ের জয় থ্যাংক ইউ
Padma, you have to unmute yourself. We just couldn't hear.
I'm so sorry. I didn't notice that I had muted myself. Okay, so I will read the English version of this, which is extremely beautiful. So that it's titled Mother Worship. You are Mother Durga, the remover of fear, Mother of universe, not imagination, but truth. In the form of a mother, you remain in every home. You are Durga, the great power, the great intellect, the great memory. There's no immersion for you. Even if I'm not good in the eyes of others, to you, I am natural and accepted. I do not know what good truly means, mother. To a mother, her child is always good. Otherwise, how could you have nurtured me? My salutations to you, mother. Victory to Mother Durga. What a beautiful, how sublime and how powerful this piece. You know, it totally elevates our spirits tonight. It actually, the poem gradually, it expands to the expands the horizon of motherhood by taking it from the earthly homes to the cosmic realm of divine grace. See, if you notice the line, I can only, you mentioned the lines in English, I don't know the Bengali version. In the form of a mother, you remain in every home. It's a beautiful reminder that the divine power we worship in temples actually walks amongst us in our daily lives. And when he says there's no immersion for you, the poet beautifully portrays that for a devotee and for a child, the mother's essence is eternal. She can never be immersed or removed from one's life. Even if I'm not good in the eyes of others, to you, I am natural and accepted. See, this highlights the purest definition of grace. The poet uses an innocent and undeniable logic. He asks, otherwise, how could you have nurtured me? So it actually implies that if the mother focuses on our flaws, survival would be impossible for all of us. It is in her selective blindness to our faults that allows us to grow so beautifully. Thank you so much for this beautiful prayer and for reminding us that mother's love is indeed the ultimate shield against fear. Jai Ma Durga. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, yeah, so Rohini Jayanti writes, Ratrik, what a beautiful, wonderful boy you are. Such a powerful poem. Amazing, so deep. Keep soaring higher, my dear. And Shivali says, Ratrik is a profound thinker and is phenomenal with words. It's unconditional love of a child to mother, says Anita. And yes, Anindita says, so beautiful, Ratrik, bless you. Champa Saha says, Ratrik's writings are deeply philosophical, so honest and, what's that word? So honest and pure. And Shivali again, she's so happy to see Ratrik. So these are all the comments. Ratrik, congratulations to you. Excellent poetry, touched all of our hearts. So shall we now move on to the next person? Anudeep Kandula. Shall I go ahead and introduce Anudeep Kandula?
Rudra can introduce him. Anudeep.
Rudra can do that.
Anudeep
Okay.
Anudeep Kandula.
Kandula. He is a poet and philosophic observer of life.
Mhm.
Anudeep is a graphic designer and illustrator. He has co-authority Talking Fingers Volume 1 and is also the designer of Talking Fingers magazine. He is the creative director of Anupam
Prayas
Foundation. He has himself illustrated and animated of all the storybooks of Anupam Prayas. Founder, he loves audiobooks and he loves them, learn new things. He's passionate about design, animation and storytelling.
Okay, so I shall go ahead and read his poetry. Host, please spotlight me. Yeah. Sun of My Life is the name of the poem. Imagine life without the sun. It would be dark, gloomy, and lifeless. My mom is the sun of my life. She brightens my days with her smile. She guides me through the dark days. She nurtures my intellect. She makes my dreams come true. I can't imagine my life without her. Her steady, unconditional love is my lifeline. Thank you, God, for this precious gift. That is Anudeep Kandula's beautiful poetry. It's radiant, it comes from his heart, and it's so pure. See, he's used some of the most powerful metaphors in the universe. So he is relating mother to the sun. The world, just like how the world cannot survive a single day without the sun, so is a child's life. A child cannot function without the warmth of a mother. And how the poet mentions, she nurtures my intellect. See, acknowledging that a mother is not just a caretaker or a caregiver, but she's our very first teacher. She is the first philosopher. Her smile is our daylight, and her unconditional love is our ultimate lifeline. So this is the crux of the poetry. Thank you so much, Anudeep, for bringing the warmth and making it seem like it's a sunlit day. Thank you. So let's see, straight from the heart, Anudeep. Your cap holds a lot of feathers, says Reva. You're doing a great job as a host, Rudra, says Shivali. And yeah, there's lots of good comments for Rudra. Rudra, you're the star today. Rudra, you're awesome, brilliant. Your introductions are great. So now, Champa Shah, Anudeep's expressions, both his art and his words, are full of vibrant imagery. That's very true. So now shall we move on to Prachi to read the Facebook comments and the next quiz question perhaps?
Yes. So, Sushma has written very touching, well done, Aratrik. And I'm sure Aratrik's poem was very, touching heart because of the words and the content. And everyone really liked it. And Spectrum Autism, that is Shivali, has said, Anupam Prayas Foundation, Padma Jyoti, what a powerful piece of writing, Anudeep. Beautiful introduction read by Rudra and poem recited by Padma. I think Anupam Prayas Foundation and Anudeep both have been doing wonderful work in terms of making books for the life stories of the neurodiverse children and making into animation and stories which can be shared across schools as part of the awareness drive. So I would like to mention here that one of Rudra's stories is also made into a kind of a book that is shared, Rudra's Empathy Adventures. So it is one of the live experiences that we had, and then they wanted to convert it into a book, a wonderful book with a lot of nice pictures, which children will be able to appreciate and understand, and also a kind of video. So I would say wonderful initiative and very profound thinking of Anudeep to actually spread the awareness. I mean, because if the children have this kind of I mean, if these children read stories the of the life stories of these children, they'll be able to appreciate these children. And I think inclusion is not far away. Inclusion is just nearer. So they will be able to understand that it's very important that they also feel that we are not different. We are not less either.
Very
Okay.
true. Very true.
So, time for another question also. One of the most, I would say one of the most important. Can anyone name 5 great mothers from the Indian mythology? Five mothers. I think all of us would know. There are lots, but any 5 great mothers from the mythology.
Prachi, are there any other comments in Facebook that you'd like to read?
Yeah, Rashmi Sood ma'am has saying loving the host, very versatile and engaging. Thank you so much, Rashmi ma'am. And again, Palak has written well done. So I think everybody is appreciating the effort done by Rudra. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Rudra is doing a great job today.
Yeah, thank you.
So now, who is next? It's Anita Das? So will Rudra be giving her introduction now? Anita Das's introduction?
Ma'am, can you read it? Then I think.
Yeah, no
I should
problem.
do it.
Anita Das is just a line, single line to read. Okay,
Yes,
Dr. Anita Das is a dental surgeon by profession, and she's a special mother of a 23-year-old son with profound ASD. She tries to spread awareness about autism, and that's about her. Welcome, Anita Das ji, and please read your poem.
Thank you. Thank you, madam. The poem I have written is actually a real one. The day is actually the 9 days old when my son, I have given birth to my twins, and my mother left the world. Mother, the day you left the world, I was mother of twins, only 9 days old. The joy of becoming mother was overshadowed by little glow of loss. The vibrant colors of expectations faded. A grey, numbing cold it replaced. With your demise, my world lost its color. The sky seemed dimmer, and the beauty of my life lost its anchor. You slipped away with a quiet, sacred hush, leaving behind a silence nothing and nobody can fill. The world kept moving, but mine stood still. Your quiet departure is like a broken story that lost its ending, like turning the seat, no more blooming. In the afterglow of your life, I look for you in the fragrance of flowers, morning with soft light and steady white of night. And this is the fact, madam. I still find her in the fragrance of flowers, morning with soft light and steady quiet of night.
So beautiful,
Thank you.
so touching, Anita ji. You just shared a piece that leaves us completely awestruck because of the raw emotional honesty in this. See, you've experienced ultimate joy of becoming a mother of twin babies, but in exactly 9 days later, you find out the ultimate sorrow of your life that you've lost your own mother. So, in this emotional paradox, uh, how you manage to put it to beautiful words, I mean, that is amazing, I should say. And the metaphor that a mother is an anchor is so profoundly accurate, because when that anchor lifts, our entire world, it feels adrift. And the way Anitaji is beautifully transitioned from the numbing grief of losing a mother to finding her mother's spirit in the morning light and the fragrance of flowers. See, that is almost like a healing touch to the whole thing. You are healing yourself like this. It's beautiful. So thank you, Anitaji, for sharing such an intimate, heartbreaking piece with us tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam.
Yes, so emotional and touching, Anitaji, loads of love. A beautiful poem, Anitaji says. Rohini Jayanti ji, very touching. And Ratrik says, such a beautiful poem, heart touching. Bratati using, okay, yeah. So this is so emotional. I can't imagine the pain you would have endured. God bless your twins. Their grandmother showering them with blessings. This is Reva who says that. Lovely, lovely. Thank you so much for sharing your personal experience in the form of beautifully words strung together. So now let's move on to the next person. Is Kamna Maheshwari back? Is she available? It looks like she isn't. So can we now move on to the Anita?
Anandita.
Anandita Lahiri Biswas. Okay, so who's going to do the introduction for her?
Yes.
Rudra will do it?
Anandita Lahiri
Lahari
Biswas
Biswas
is
from Pune is an educator
Mhm.
with 25 plus years of experience. She has spent her life training young minds and embracing the cycle of learning, unlearning, and relearning. After a 3-year battle with cancer, she emerged as a warrior and with her mission. She is a certified life coach, storyteller, and poetess. Her journey inspires others to ignite hope and identify their own strength.
Wonderful, Anandita ma'am. Wonderful.
Namaskar. Thank you, Rudra, for such a energetic introduction. We are in Pune. Hope to meet you someday, Rudra and Prachi. So this poem is about my mother, Mrs. Madhuchanda Lairi, who stays with me. That means I and my mom stay. And the name of the poem is My Ma. I didn't choose her. She is the best gift bestowed on me by God. She held me within her for 9 months. She spent the rest of her life caring and nurturing me. She made me walk. She cooked for me whatever I loved, keeping aside her sickness. She spent sleepless nights sitting beside my bed when I got sick. She fed me. She taught me. She healed me. She held me. She nursed me. She fought for me. She blessed me. She prayed for me, giving her all, giving her best. Without a sigh, without a few, just quiet strength that pulled us through. A symbol of courage, dedication, simplicity, hope, and grit. She is none other than my mother, Ma. A strong mother has raised a strong daughter where giving up is not in our dictionary. I have walked the toughest path with you by my side, Ma. I open my eyes to greet you every morning, and I close my eyes every night till now by saying good night to you, Ma. To the world, you are one, but for me, you are the world.
So beautiful,
Thank
so
you
beautiful.
for listening to me, all the audience.
So, for the world, you are one, but to me, you're the world. What a beautiful way to put it. That's how we all feel about our mothers. It's a phenomenal and powerful way to celebrate the spirit of motherhood, actually, I'd say that. And Anindita ji, this poem is an anthem for every mother-daughter bond, for the people present here, I'd say that. The poet beautifully, you beautifully capture how a mother's silent strength, sleepless nights, prayers, they don't just protect a child, but they actually build their character. And that line where you said a strong mother has raised a strong daughter, where giving up is not there in our dictionary. See, it actually gave me goosebumps. So it reminds us that a mother's greatest legacy is the resilience that she instills in her children. So it's a very deeply honest, and it's an energetic and a beautiful tribute that reminds us all that to the world, our mother might be just one person, but to us, she is the world. Beautiful, Anindita ji. Lovely. Thank you so much for this. So let's see what are the messages that you've been getting. You're so blessed, Anindita. Living with your mother is truly a blessing. Excellent. And then awesome words and a tribute to the bond of a mother and daughter, says Reva. Reva and Jayanti have commented. And Prachi, would you like to go through the Facebook comments and say? And there's one more here. Anita Das says, so right, my mother is tell the world to me. You're so blessed. May God continue his blessings. That is from Anita Das. Okay, so Prachi, over to you to see the Facebook comments, and let's see.
Yes, thank you, Padma. Sushma ma'am is saying, thank you, Anita Das ma'am, for sharing such a soulful poem. Neena ma'am is saying, very rightly said, Padma ma'am, that whatever you said about Anandita Lahiri ma'am was really very true. Neena ma'am is saying, beautiful poem, Anandita Lahiri Biswas ma'am. Very touching and very beautiful about all the mothers. Neena ma'am has replied to the question the question of five great mothers from Indian mythology, saying Yashoda, Kaushalya, Anjana, that is the mother of Hanuman, and Kunti. Has anybody else replied? Yes, she also said Sita. Anybody else wanted here maybe to add to the list? Just unmute themselves, and I'm sure there are other mothers also.
Ma Bhuvaneshwari, mother of all mothers.
Yes. And Kunti, I think she has already said. Anybody else? Mother of Lord Krishna was Yashoda. I think, yeah. Indian mythology has other mothers also, like Mata Anusaya, who was also. So there are a lot of great mothers who has actually set a lot of, I would say, a tradition, or a kind of, they laid down a lot of good qualities as a mother, which inspire generations to come. So we come to the last question of the quiz. That is, who was the mother of the great Swami Vivekananda? He is one of our, he is, what do you say, ageless saint. Yes. So who was the mother of Swami Vivekananda, who inspired him to become what he was, and then the kind of person he became? So if anybody can reply to that question on the Facebook or here, it will be good.
Okay, in the meanwhile, because we don't have Kamna Maheshwari, I suggest I give her introduction and you can read her poetry perhaps, Prachi, because it's in Hindi, you read beautifully. I'll give a brief
Okay.
introduction of Kamna Maheshwari ji. She's a Hindustani classical vocal teacher. She conducts online music therapy classes for adults, for people, and for people with anxiety issues and special children. Her son, Amog Bhatter, was epileptic and had delayed milestones. He's now a stage performer, a dancer. More than words, he is moved by rhythm, music, and beats. The poetry is titled Ma O Ma. It'll be read by Prachi for us.
Yes. माँ ओ माँ, उस दिन हाथ कांप रहे थे, मगर फिर भी मैं बाल संवारती रही, जैसे वो मेरा माथा सहलाया करती थी। लोग कह रहे थे हिम्मत रखो, पर उस दिन मेरी हिम्मत भी माँ के साथ साथ ही जा रही थी। मैंने मैंने भी माँ को जी भरकर देखा और उनसे कहा, जहां रहो खुश रहना, अब कोई दर्द तुम्हें रुलाए नहीं। और यह कहते हुए मैंने आखिर माँ को खुद बेहोश होकर हमेशा के लिए विदा कर दिया। जब आंख खुली, उस दिन से आज तक मेरी आंखों में बस वही चेहरा समाया हुआ है। माँ, ओ माँ, यही एक शब्द जिसमें जहां भर का प्यार, सुकून और खुशियां समाई हुई हैं। वेरी टचिंग पोएम, एक्चुअली वेरी टचिंग। I mean, I think all of us will relate, those who have lost their mothers. Very,
Very touching indeed.
yes, very touching.
So she's taken us to a space that actually we all fear to imagine, but in reality, we must all face it sometime or the other. That's the moment of saying final goodbye to our mother. And the image that she has drawn of trembling hands trying to recreate a mother's touch through combing her own hair is deeply moving. So it actually reminds us that when a mother leaves, she just doesn't leave a void. She takes away part of our strength with her. So in spite of all this, how beautifully she wishes her freedom from pain in her final moments is the highest form of love, I feel. जहां रहो खुश रहना, अब कोई दर्द तुम्हें रुलाए नहीं. ये पंक्तियां तो सिर्फ एक बच्चा अपनी माँ के लिए महसूस कर सकता है. And how beautifully she's articulated the word himmat rakho. You know, the word himmat rakho that people say, it actually falls short when the very source of our strength is departing from this world. So all I can say is thank you, Kamnaji, for bearing your soul on this stage and through Prachi, who has read it so beautifully with all the emotions and reminding us of the eternal imprint that a mother always leaves in our lives. Thank you so much. So what are the, okay, comments? Excellent. Very emotional lines from you, Kamnaji. Congratulations again for a Ratrik. Yeah. So totally relatable. Final farewells are tough. You miss her every day. It's a permanent void, says Reva. So can you go to Facebook and see? Anita Das says very emotional, Kamnaji. Kamnaji.
Yes, Rashmi Sood ma'am is also saying it's very touching, very, what to say, very heart touching. I think everyone will relate to it, yes.
Very true. So now, Prachi, I invite you to read what you have written from your heart as a dedication to mothers.
Thank you, Padma ma'am. I haven't got a lot of chance to think too much, but what I have believed is motherhood is also a spectrum and there are shades. So the title of my poem is Shades of Motherhood. She is a touch so warm. She is a sea of calm. She is a healing palm. She is an angel in glam. So, like all of us have this angel in our life that the God sends, called as mother. She is a safe nest. With her, it's an all-time fest. She withstands all all life tests. She never stops and never takes rest. She shines like a sun. She's a partner in fun. She's always ready for her turn. She's our best friend, other than none. So the last one, I would say, is one of the things that I have realized. She's a beloved carer. She's a wonderful teacher. She is the strongest anchor. She is a fierce warrior. Mother, she is our biggest rock star.
Wonderful, wonderful, Prachi.
Everybody has already said so much. Yes, Rudra.
It's beautiful.
I think everyone has already said so much. So whatever I could collect and whatever I could think of at this time, I have just penned down.
So did you do it right now?
No. I did it. I started it yesterday, but I was just collating my thoughts, and I was just thinking instead of writing as a mother, I would just write how I feel about my mother and how I feel as a mother. Both.
Beautiful. See the words that you've used. She's a sea of calm. So you know that it takes a mother to be calm at most times. We just can't lose our temper, especially when we are taking care of our children. And she has the healing palm. Yes, mothers are doctors. A few words of empathy from mother, and then you feel so good. And yes, I would agree that mothers are God sent angels. If there was no mother, there's no telling what the world would have become. And I can see that you are a real fun mother, because both times you've said at all time fest and a partner in fun.
Yes.
It really means so. I also recollect the happy moments I used to have with my mother. We used to laugh for no reason, and we used to laugh till our stomachs ached. So mothers are meant to be fun, to do all the craziest things that you want. You can do it with your mother. That shows the level of understanding, the empathy, the care. I mean, everything. Mothers more than God is what I'll say.
Yeah.
And she's the best friend, and all the things that you've mentioned are, there's no comparison to a mother. So it was beautifully put. You've brought in all the qualities that takes to make a mother. It's lovely, Prachi. Thank you so much for this. And I thank all of you. So I think we've reached, let's see what are the comments that you got. Yes, like you rightly said, mother is an angel to life, Anita Das says, and then Prachi, Reva says, beautiful words woven together. Loved Rudra's prompting. True. So, can you read out the Facebook comments as well, Prachi?
Yes. Rashmi Sood ma'am is saying very true for my poem. And each rendition has very well written, so deeply emotional. I think most of the poems that we read are very emotional, because I think somewhere all of us have that emotional corner in our heart for our mother, which we open in front of only some people, and when you want to share about that, we tend to become very emotional about it. And the words are also very soft, and I mean, that's why I think they are very heart touching. Padma ma'am? Yeah. And yes, for the last question, somebody has replied. The mother of
Arathrik has replied in the chat here.
okay, yes, yes. Vivekanand's mother, yes. His name was Bilay. Yes, yes. I remember. So
Padma
yes.
has just joined.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like I expected, the verse, the current went and then everything's gone. So I'm back now.
Yeah,
So
no problem.
where were we?
Yeah, I was just reading out the answer to the question that I'd asked. That is, who is the mother of Swami Vivekananda? So it's Bhuvaneshwari Devi. And
Okay.
Swami Vivekananda was called as Bilay when he was a small child.
Okay.
So
So keep going, keep the audience engaged for another minute till I just log in again through my laptop, because the phone is, I'll have to hold it in my hand. It's a bit difficult. The current has just come back. The power's come.
yeah, yeah. So very emotional lines from you, Kamna ji. That's what everybody said. And Anita ma'am said yes, mother is an angel to life. And when I fall down, Anita ma'am is saying when I fall down, the word ma comes out automatically. And when I'm happy, I say ma. That is why Marathi maybe whenever you fall, you say, oh ma. Aiga. I mean, I think every what to say, whenever you fall or whenever you feel like you're scared or you're happy or you're like intention, you always call your mother, because I think that is your best friend. Your, I would say, your savior. Your it's like all in one. Everything. Your best friend, your guide, your biggest supporter, your strongest anchor. Everyone. Your safe nest, as I call it, your safe space where you feel more what do you say, more connected, more accepted, and where you can feel your own to share. And that kind of bond with a mother is very, very special. That is what I feel, and I'm very fortunate that I got such a mother who was who with me throughout my life. And as I said, mother is the biggest teacher also, because she's the one who right from she right from walking, she teaches us everything, and what is uh, right and wrong, through thick and thin. She teaches us everything. So I'm very fortunate that I've got a mother who is always there to guide me, even when I fall emotionally, physically. She's always there to support me. So, Padma ma'am, you want to take it over now?
Yeah, I need another second because there seems to be some problem here with, give me a minute. So sorry for holding you all up.
If I may, can I share a little bit of what I had written and then decided to share Tagore's poem because it brought in that aspect of thank you. So these were some of the things that I had written over years. It's all just come together. Ma. Ma, you're loving, caring, and nurturing. Yes, I am, and so much more. Ma, you are kind, gentle, and strong. Yes, I am, and so much more. Ma, you are supportive, patient, and wise. Oh, yes, I am, and so much more. Ma, you are selfless, devoted. Yes, yes, I am, and so much more. Ma, you are protective. Ma, you are hardworking. Ma, you are understanding. Oh, yes, 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 I am, and so much more. But can I remind you, my dear child, I am human. I need to be weak sometimes. I need to cry and grieve. I need rest. I need to go away. I am always going to be there. I will always try to be what you need me to be. All I ask from you is remember, I am human. I need to be me.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What more can a mother say?
It's just that, as a mother myself, and when I think of my ma in retrospect, all of everyone said today rings so true. But it's just that little, it's like a curtain. There is this person behind this persona we create. And I think the true love needs to recognize that persona. It's
Absolutely.
the strength of the mother is probably in just carrying on in spite of everything. But we need all of us to see the everything, the in spite.
You couldn't have put it better.
So I think, thank you. As a tribute to mothers, to all of us, whether it's our own children, whether it's the children we work with, we are mothers in so many different ways. I'm very fond of animals. I'm a very dog-loving person. I see how the animals fight the world to just protect their little ones on the streets. So that in spite is what has become very big for me now. It's not the strength. I see beyond that, and I see the weakness, the frailty, the fear, the anxiety, the anger, the helplessness, the frustration. And I think we really need to see much more of that in all our mothers. And our children need to see it in us.
Absolutely. Now, as
Thank
we
you. Thank you
draw
for
to the
allowing me to
close,
share my deep thoughts, my personal thoughts.
so we're nearing the end of the show, the poetry reading session, and I'd like to say a few words about. See, I being a narrative artist, I've always looked at this world through stories. I look for beginnings and then a conflict and then a resolution. But tonight, in this 15th edition of poetry reading, I realized something very important, that most of the beautiful stories are the ones that really don't need any fictional script or representation. They are lived right in front of us. So, when I first joined hands with Spectrum, I knew that I was entering the space for advocacy. But tonight is when I've realized that I've entered a sanctuary of pure human spirit. To be able to contribute to an organization that just doesn't only talk about inclusion, but actually it builds the stage for it. This has been a profound and moving experience for me personally. And today's poetry reading session about mothers, it's actually also become something about superheroes. This Mother's Day special has actually exposed me to parents and mothers of this community. And I should tell you that as someone who studies character and grit, you all are real life warriors. Watching your fierce devotion and all of your never say attitudes, it's the best that you are doing every single day for your children. It has actually made me rewrite my own definition of strength. So your love is something that is breathing, living. It's an epic, and it is an inspiration that I'll be carrying in my heart forever. And speaking of inspirations, the absolute highlight of this evening has been sharing this virtual stage with this dynamic and brilliant young man, Rudra. So, Rudra, I'd like to thank you so much for all your efforts, your enthusiasm, and your energy that you helped. You completely stole the show today. And you just didn't share the stage alone. You actually led the way. The way you read and the way you introduced the people was phenomenal. And thank you for being the most inspiring partner that I've ever shared on stage. And Rudra, you're a rock star.
Thank you,
And
Padma Aunty.
And I'd also like to express my heartfelt thanks to Prachi for her calm presence and her beautiful multitasking support throughout the session, which helped us to seamlessly carry forth. So thank you so much, Prachi. And I'd also like to express my gratitude to the visionaries of Spectrum, to all our participants, and to our incredible global family on Zoom as well as Facebook Live for joining us. So the curtains may fall on this 15th edition, but the melody of this community is going to stay alive. So from Rudra, Paddy, Prachi, and all of us from Spectrum, keep shining, keep loving, and a very warm good night to all of you. Thank you.